Hello, everybody. Here we go. Give it a second. Hello. So today we're doing a Helen Levitt's book, A Way of Seeing. This was just, this was just republished, I think, last year. This was originally published in, I think, 1965, even though the photos from this are from 1940. You'll see that. Здравствуйте. Hello. This is an amazing book. I just got this book a few weeks ago, and I love it. I'm so happy that they republished this book. I think the company is called Blackwell's. They're in England. It's a UK company, and they just republished this book. So I'm really excited to show this to everybody today. So, just getting into it. Just so you guys know, she was born in 1913. So she lived through the Depression. She lived through World War II in New York. She was born in New York. She died in New York. She died actually recently, in 2009. So she died when she was 95, and she photographed all through the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. Like, she's been photographing pretty much her whole life. So it starts with this nice little essay. I'll show it to you guys. By James Ajay, which is really cool. And he kind of just talks about her process, about photography, about her work. And then it gets into this book. So let me read you guys before I get started with the pictures. Let me read you. Oh, can you hear me? Can everybody hear me? Hold on. Can everyone hear? Can everybody hear? Just make sure everybody can hear me before I start. Okay, good. Cool. So let me just read you a tiny bit what John Swarovski wrote about her. He says, around 1940, Helen Levitt made a series of candid black and white photographs on New York streets. These pictures, quickly recognized as extraordinary, established a new documentary genre for photography. Her photographs were not intended to tell a story or document a social thesis. Most of them show the games of children, the errands and the conversations of the middle-aged, the observant waiting of the old. What is remarkable about these photographs is that these immemorially routine acts of life, practiced everywhere and always, are revealed as being full of grace, drama, humor, pathos, and surprise. And also that they are filled with the qualities of art, as though the street were a stage, and its people were all actors and actresses, mimes, orators, and dancers. So I really like this intro. And you guys will see in the images, like, her work has often been compared to kind of like a theater or a dance. And you'll see what I mean in the way that the people in her photographs are positioned. Now, they're all candid photos for the most part. Let's just get right into it. I'm really excited about this book. The images are kind of small, so I'm going to lift it up to you so you guys can kind of see it better. These are photographs of chalk drawings that kids drew on the streets. And that's how it starts. Now, you'll see that she photographed kids a lot. She mostly photographed, I think, in the Lower East Side, in Spanish Harlem. I think most of these are in Spanish Harlem and Uptown. Almost missed that. No, you made it. So here we go with these. So I like that this book starts out with these drawings. Not with photographs of the people yet, but just with the drawings. And it's interesting, in the essay that James Ajay wrote in the beginning of this book, he talks about, he compares these drawings to like cave paintings and how people used to, draw things in caves, draw what they see. and how like the way that this book is ordered, it's kind of like these children they're young and they're coming out into civilization, and it starts with these little drawings. I thought it was really interesting comparison. And then slowly she starts to photograph a person, but you can't really see them. They're hidden. Go. I like this as like an intro. Button to secret passage. Press. Boop. Go. It's beautiful. So all of her images are all candid, basically, on the street. This is a really famous image. She was known as the most, I think it's like the most celebrated but least well-known photographer, which is true. I'm surprised a lot of people have never heard of her, because she has had shows at MoMA, many shows. She was awarded 2 Guggenheim Fellowships for her photography, and she's been photographing for her whole life. So it's just surprising she's not more well-known. These are all 1940. If you guys have any questions, just shout them out. Type them out, I guess. Not shout them out. Type them out. Barely know her. Yeah, a lot of people don't know her work. Surprising. There's a nice bit about her in Bystander. Yeah. I want to actually get that book. This is great. So it's all kids playing. These kids are like looking over there to see what's going on. Sorry, there's like light. So annoying. Sorry. You guys can see. This is the cover photo. I love this shot. There's just so much joy and fun and, vigor in these images of kids. She talked, because she lived so long, she was interviewed in 2001, and she talks about how when she was photographing this in the 30s and 40s, everybody would play outside. Like, people were in the streets, kids were in the streets. They were so accessible. And she's like, now everyone's like watching TV, and I can't really get in anywhere and photograph anyone. Everyone's home. Where were these taken? I think these were mostly taken in Spanish Harlem. Her later work, it varies. Like, she photographed in the Lower East Side. She photographed all over, but I think most of these are in Spanish Harlem. In 1940. The godmother of street photography. Yep. I love it. So it's like there's always so much happening. It's like it's like a theater. It's like a set almost. I love it. So as you'll see in this book, what I found interesting, I was looking at this last night before I went to sleep, and it starts off really humorous, and then it gets a little bit darker, a little bit like sadder, a little bit, the kids start getting a little older, more, not realistic, but more, I don't know, I guess like the drudgery of life. This is like also this time period. I mean, this is right after the Great Depression in the United States, so people weren't exactly living well at this time. I love this kid in the tree up there. This book is pretty small, just so you can see. It's pretty little. So it's cool how, like, in the beginning there's like mostly kids in masks, and they're masked and you can't really see their faces, and then it kind of transitions at taking the mask off. It's cool. Playing. This is so great. This line is fantastic. So I was reading about how she was able to do all of this candid, because kids usually when they see somebody, they like will run up to you, they see what you're doing. I was curious, and I think that she there was some kind of interview where they showed her contact sheet, and she actually talked to a lot of the kids, And she photographed them posing also, kind of like this photo. They know, right? They're posing. But she didn't really like those that much. She mostly used the candid ones in her book. She liked those more. What is she holding? It kind of looks like toilet paper, but I don't think so. I think it's probably like a ribbon. It looks like it's some kind of ribbon. Let's look. Some kind of ribbon. Interesting. This is a really famous image of two kids dancing in the street. I love this image. So just like their bodies, their positions, it's so interesting. So she used a Leica. I think it was a 50 millimeter lens she used. She's also, well, this whole book is just black and white, as it's just from this time period. But she was known as one of the early pioneers of color photography. But there's a crazy story about her with her color photography. This is great. I love this. It's so cute. And this is just like what people used to do in New York on a hot day. They used to do this. So with her color photography, she started photographing in color, I think, in the 60s. And she photographed a lot. And then in 1970, somebody broke into her house, into her apartment, and the only thing that they stole was her color slide film and all of her negatives and everything. That's all they took. So all of that color work was gone from those years, pretty much. And then she just, brushed it off and went back outside and kept photographing, like whatever. Got all my work from like years stolen. It really puts things into perspective when your hard drive crashes. I love this photograph. It's wonderful. Как дела, народ? That is the craziest fucking story. Yeah, it's crazy. That's what too. I'm surprised more people didn't know her because she knew, like, she was friends with Cartier-Bresson. She worked with Walker Evans. She was like in the photography world. It's just surprising that most people are not familiar with her. This is great. It's fantastic. Beautiful work. Sorry, my shadow is in this. I thought the sun was already going down, but clearly not. This is wild. These are like a bunch of kids hiding in this box. You can really see. Women photographers from those times are just underrated overall. Yeah, it's true. I mean, there were women, photographing. It's just, I think they just didn't get the same publicity as men did, unfortunately. Because she was really dedicated and really good. This is one of her most famous images. This is like a boy riding his little tricycle or unicycle through a frame. У вас замечательные фотографии. Thank you. Sorry, that was, I speak Russian, so I was just reading the Russian comment. This photo is fantastic. I mean, just this here, and he's coming through it. I thought this was a mirror at first, like at first glance. And then when you look closely, you can tell it's like a frame. So it's just kids playing with random shit in the street. And so many different kinds of kids, like playing together. I think it's beautiful. She really just liked that it was, people in the street were so accessible. They're so open to being photographed. There was so much to photograph also. It's beautiful. Go to the space for photography. You're welcome. Язык фотографии потрясающий. Спасибо. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, the photos are beautiful. Yeah, I'm Ukrainian, but I can read and speak Russian, so it's fantastic. So here he's like engaging with her. I wonder what they're playing. They're doing something, playing some game. This is a great one too. I just love how, I think there, a lot of them, like the kids are playing, you'll see later, like there's kids with guns, like playing, I mean, fake guns, but like just playing like war. Like it's really, really interesting because you also think about the time period. This is 1940, like World War II. So interesting comment. I just love that I like that. And then there's the kid peeking. This kind of looks like a parent's nightmare right now. Like this is so dangerous. It's horrifying. But I guess then this is common probably. This is what I mean by like people's, like the bodies of everybody is just, it's fantastic how she captures them in movement. Because kids, like, you guys have seen children running. They're like super fast. They're always running around. It's really hard to capture them, in a good way. I love how she still gets so much in the frame with a 50mm lens. Yeah. I think she's like across the street here, probably, or further back. Yeah, she gets a lot in the frame. This is great too. It looks like I think he's chasing him with like a giant like, branch or something. Reminds you that like kids don't really need a lot of toys to have fun. They can just pick up whatever from the street and just play with it. They don't need a million, like, they don't need an iPad. They don't need an iPhone. They don't need a million games. They can just entertain themselves. It's great. I love everybody's like position. Just the position of their body is interesting. He looks like he's playing hide and seek or something. I'm not sure. I wonder. Definitely makes me sad that you don't really see kids that much in the street anymore. In Cuba, you do. In Cuba, there's still a lot of kids playing in the streets together with each other. But you don't really see it in New York anymore. Occasionally, but not like here. In the interview with her, she said how like there were kids everywhere. Like it was so accessible, so fun to photograph. in like a truck. Someone's truck. Yeah. It's a really famous image too. This is like four girls looking at bubbles passing by. Excuse me. See the bubbles? And then all the kids are looking. This is great. It's interesting because you really don't feel her presence in these photos that much. They're so candid. They're just so candid. It almost feels like I'm watching like a documentary, like a movie about like these kids just, walking around the city, playing with each other. So skinny. It's a mask and a toy gun. And even adults, adults are photographed kind of theatrically too. It's interesting how she frames them like on the corner, right, of the frame. And there's like a theater, like she's laughing at something over there. She's looking like at her or at that thing, but we don't see what they're laughing at. We just see their expressions. It's great. I really like how this book is sequenced a lot. Here's one of her most famous photographs. This photograph makes me smile so much. I just love that you cannot see the woman's head at all. And just this kid popped out. I love it. So good. And then just like writing the kids do. Olga stinks. Olga is a stinker, very much. Like you can tell it's kids because the grammar is off, but it's fantastic. Little cat there, kitty. And here it's starting to get like it's interesting in this spread. This is the spread, right? There's this and there's here. And they're both insults, right? Like, it's like she stinks. And this one is a little like worse. It's Bill Jones' mother is a whore. It looks like it says whore, but it's spelled wrong. Or hoe or whore. But it's interesting because like here there's like a transition where like the photos after are more of like, you'll see they're a little bit more tragic. They're a little bit sadder. At least you kind of think about them a little bit differently in this part. Hold on, here we go. Like this beautiful, beautiful kid. Like, I just love this photograph. The way that he's clutching the toy gun is like, and just the way he's looking down, it looks so sad. So beautiful. And here it's like growing up, kind of. Berenice Abbott was a bad mofo as well. Yeah, she was great. I love her work. Lisette Modell is great too. I'll do a Lisette Modell book for you guys in a couple weeks. I did it on my account, but I don't think I've done it here. They're both fantastic. I love how like this kid is just like really interested, but they're older and they're having their own like situation. Look like they're like fighting or something's going on. And like while they're fighting, like the guy is just like just checking them out. So ridiculous. Oh god, I love this image. It's fantastic. I love the eye contact here. The kid. I mean, with the camera the girl has. Really beautiful. Do you have like a queue of all the books you're going to show over the next few weeks? Kind of. Sort of, kind of. I'm going to be showing another book next week. Not sure yet which one, but after that I'm going on vacation. I'm going camping, so somebody else will be showing a couple books. And I don't know what books those will be, but I'm sure they will be fantastic. Because I don't have that many books. I have maybe like 30 books. That's it. But I really like the ones I have. This is beautiful. He looks like he was crying, and he's trying to make him feel better. Casanova beginning of the other one. Yeah. Really beautiful. It's just wonderful that she captures these moments, you know? Like this is something that's kind of like, you know, really, really intimate, and she's able to capture that on the street. It's great. So beautiful. So some of these, as you see, are portraits. Like the kids know she's photographing them. It's a posed portrait. But most are candid in this book. And in her color photography too, if you guys ever get her, I definitely suggest looking at her color work as well, because it's equally amazing. I honestly don't really know any photographer who can photograph equally well in color and black and white. It's difficult to do. But like with her color photography, you don't lose anything. Yeah, she was using a Leica 50 millimeter. There's so much white space around the image. Yeah. Yeah, so it's a Leica 50 millimeter lens. This is amazing. He's just so skinny. I mean, this is all 1940, so like people were, you know, and this is mostly like people of like poorer communities in New York City. She didn't really talk about why she photographed the poorer communities. At least I didn't see anything, but I think that they were more accessible, and I think she cared about them a lot. Sal Leiter did it. Sal Leiter did do it. That's true. He did do black and white and color. But I don't know that many photographers who are successful in both. This moment I love. This moment reminds me of this one. This one, because he's consoling him and he's consoling him. The kid on the left looks like he's crying, but he's like turning it away. And the kid, I just love how he's like he's clutching his hand. It's so beautiful. It's such a beautiful moment. And then but there's all this like emptiness around them. It makes me sad. Something sad about this image, but also really, really tender. Really beautiful. kid. It's mostly kids. I mean, in the color work, it's mixed. She photographs adults too, but I think she mostly focused on kids. So as you see, the kids are getting like a little bit older now. Like that last kid was probably like 12 or something. She's also probably like maybe 10, 12. Very serious face for such a child. Beautiful. But if you guys have any books that you you want me to do or you want me to show, you can message me and suggest a book. Because I have access to the Bronx Documentary Center, and they have a lot of photo books. She exoticized poverty. We should be more critical. I don't think she exoticizes poverty at all. She doesn't make poverty look particularly interesting. She's mostly showing kids. They just happen to be poor. But also, I mean, people living on the street were more accessible in the 40s. There's a lot of these kind of people. And she wasn't exactly rich, so I don't think this is exotic photography. This is great. I just love this interaction. Of this kid looking, and she's giving him kind of like a dirty look. I love it. It's great. And they're older. These are older kids already. It's like kind of like getting to like people who are older. But also lovely moments. I mean, just really beautiful moments. Of this portrait. It's great. She's really beautiful, this woman. It's a beautiful image. Yeah, I love this image. It's some more tender. They're hugging. She photographs a lot of tender moments, joyful moments, but also sometimes sad, but a lot of them are very, very tender, especially in her early work. So this is her early work. I was saying this book is the photographs are from 1940, but this book didn't get published until 1965. So this is her pretty early work. It's beautiful too. She looks like she's very, very deep in thought about something. Amazing, like spacing. Maybe a Harry Gruyer book. I just showed a Harry Gruyer book like last month. It should be on this account. You should see it. It's a cat. So she photographed a lot of animals too. There's not so many in this book, but if you look at her work, like if you Google her work, you'll see a lot. She liked to photograph animals. Kids, animals. Love to see books by Diane Arbus or William Klein. I just showed a Diane Arbus book recently, but I'd love to do another one. Or William Klein, yeah. William Klein would be nice. I'll check that out. Thank you. The suggestion. This is great. Like carrying milk, and I think she's pregnant, right? Yeah, she's pregnant. Great. It's super joyful. I love this couple. I want to show a Bruce Davidson's Subway book because I am floored by that book. I don't have it. I don't own it, but I looked at it at the Bronx Documentary Center, and it's just amazing. And I want to show some Mark Cohen books too. So there's so many books to show. So here, yeah, she's like, we started with kids, and now it's getting into adults. Do you know if she interacted with the people or just snap and walk? So I originally thought that she just like snapped and walked. But I was reading about her contact sheet, and in the contact sheets, you see that she actually interacted with a lot of the people she photographed. She mostly interacted with them. She just didn't use those photos of where she interacted. She didn't use them in her books. But she did. She interacted a lot. I thought it was more like snapping and going too. But I like that, like, this lady, and looks like he's checking her out. Reminds me a little of that photo with the kid lifting the girl's skirt up from earlier. This is cool. Okay, there are so many good books. Thanks for doing this. Leonard Freed kills me. You're welcome. Yeah, there's so many good books. I'll check his book out too. Thank you for suggesting. This is great. I like that she's just in this like square where it's not wet. It looks like it's wet here and it's not wet here. It's this little square. And these shapes are fantastic. He's just such a good photographer. He's cool. It looks like she's smoking. I mean, it's amazing. But you can really see, I mean, how like poor the city was at this time in 1940. It's really sad. People just chilling outside. This is really interesting. Again, she frames on the corners. It's really interesting. She'll often like, where's the other one? Am I ever going to find it? I will probably never find the other one. Hold on. Maybe I will find it. Of the two women on the sides. Damn it. Where is it? No, I don't know where it is. It's probably back there. But I really like how she puts subjects here on the sides. So they're like interacting with each other, but they're far away. So many little details that make a photo extraordinary. Yeah, it's true. It really is in the details so often. She had a much longer career than Walker Evans. Yeah, she did. I mean, she lived to be 95, and she photographed like pretty much her whole life. She collaborated with Walker Evans a lot, actually. They knew each other. They were friends, and they photographed together, and they think they had like a show together or something. Some sort of collaboration. I love this. So I just love like this interaction, and then this interaction. She's so tall compared to her. And she's like, looks like, again, she's like consoling her. Her arm is on her shoulder. It's beautiful. And you still see the kid. They're always kids. This is just so well composed. I mean, like, you could see the kid. You can see these two central figures, right? There's a moment between them. And then you even see the subway. Gives you a context of where this is taken. It's just so well composed. This guy looks so sad. I think this is like the 1940s were a hard time in America, but especially probably New York City. Right after the Great Depression. Or during, probably, still. She looks so worried, and the dog is like, get me out of here. I don't want to be photographed. It's great. And then it's interesting. It goes to like the way that the book is set up. It's like they're showing, children, and then she's showing. She shows how kids kind of get older. They play, and then they get older, and there's these like issues that they're kind of thinking about. They're teenagers. They discover sort of sex, kind of in a way, and then she shows like adults, and not misery, but like sadness. And then she goes back to like babies being born. So it's like this really interesting. She just navigates this really interestingly. I really like how this book is telling this kind of story of life with a baby, and then like another baby, which is so pretty, so beautiful. I love this photograph. This is one of my favorite pictures here. I just love how they're both looking at this baby, and they're both just like so happy. This little child, this really little baby. Really beautiful. And then it's like back to just, back to the kids having fun. Circle of life. And it ends on this image, which is, I think, is a good image to end on. Let me just make sure it does end on this, right? Yeah, okay. I'm not a liar. But it's just so beautiful how she's reaching out to her kid, and her kid, it looks like kind of like a little scared, but is walking surely to the mother. And it's a beautiful photograph to end on. It's wonderful. And then the essay continues here. James Edge's essay. And there's like a little note from the editor. And then that's it. Hold on. And this is the bookmark they sent me. So this is the place where I got the book. I think, this is the place I got the book, if you guys are interested. Спасибо вам за возможность посмотреть. Oh, you're welcome. Пожалуйста. Следующий копир. Всем привет. Thank you. Спасибо. So this is, if you guys are interested in this book was like $43. It's not too bad. This is where I got it. So it's from London. You just order it if you guys are interested. And then the back, it's just another quote. And that's it. So that's A Way of Seeing by Helen Levitt. It's a fantastic photographer. So unless you guys have any more questions, I'm going to end this. Hold on. I'm going to end it, and stay tuned for next week. Next week will be either Sebastian Salgado's Other Americas, which is amazing. I love that book. Or it'll be Michael Northrup's Dream Away, which is also a very, very good book. I haven't decided yet which one to do. It's